Hey guys, so today I have a tag video for you. I felt like doing a tag because they're fun and they're not serious or anything. I'm not talking about a ton of products like usually, you know, sometimes it can be a little product overload. I hope this is a nice little change of pace for you guys. I also am trying to convince Andrew to film the jelly bean challenge, whatever it's called. I bought those jelly bean things a long time ago, so they're probably like hard as a rock now. One day we will film that video for you guys. The first question is, you have to get rid of all of your foundations and you can only keep one high-end and one drugstore. What do you keep? For my high-end, I picked my Lorac Perfection foundation. This is one of the best foundations I've ever tried, if not the best. It gives the most flawless coverage to your skin with the smallest amount of product. It's oil-free, paraben-free, fragrance-free, SPF 20. It is just beautiful. I love this stuff. As far as my low end, I chose the L'Oreal Lumi. I think this is an awesome foundation for the drugstore. It's like light to medium coverage and it gives a nice radiant finish to your skin. If you are super oily though, I wouldn't go for this because it can make you a little bit shiny. But when I want like a dewy look, then this is what I go for. Number 2, you go for an interview and the lady interviewing you has lipstick on her teeth. Do you approach the subject or ignore it completely? 100% ignore it completely. I hate confrontation. I'm so like, you know, keep the peace, keep everything under control, don't cause any problems. It's just how I always have been. I would tell if it was like obviously a friend or a family member, but if it was a stranger, then I would just completely ignore the situation. Number 3, you're not feeling yourself and need a pick-me-up. What lipstick do you put on to make yourself feel beautiful? Personally, I'm not like one to put on a lipstick to feel better. I might be the opposite of that. Like if I'm not feeling that great, I like to take off everything. Like take off my lipstick, take off my face makeup, and that sort of makes me feel better. You know how a lot of people say like, oh, just put on some red lipstick and you will feel, you know, like a new person. That's not me. Like if I put on a red lipstick, I don't feel myself and I am going to feel uncomfortable. I love to wear a bold lip and stuff to film and like if I'm going somewhere, but just like day to day, not me at all. So I picked a lipstick that is something that makes me feel comfortable, something that is like a go-to and I don't think about. And that is Blankety by MAC. And this is like a brownie nude, just something that I can swipe on and it makes me look pulled together. It goes with any look and it's comfortable on my lips. So I would say this one or Revlon Primrose, which is a little bit more of like a bubblegum pink. That one kind of makes me happy too. Number 4, you go back in time for a day to your teenage years. How would you do your hair and makeup differently? Oh my gosh. First of all, I would fill in my eyebrows. Like I have eyebrows, but they're blonde. Now when I look back at pictures, that's like my biggest pet peeve because I have like all this eyeshadow and then just like no eyebrows and it looks so weird. If I'm going like way back to like 8th grade, I would tell myself to wash off your makeup because I wore, in 8th grade, I just wanted to wear makeup so bad, but I didn't really have any. So I would just kind of take like my mom's leftover makeup, whatever she didn't use, and I would wear so much liquid foundation and it was lighter than my skin tone. So in pictures, I look like a ghost and it looks so crazy because I wouldn't even like do much other, I wouldn't put in any bronze or anything on top. So it's just like a mask of foundation and it looked freaky. Every day my dad, I would leave to go to school and he'd be like, Kendra, less is more, less is more. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, number 5, you ask your hairdresser for a shoulder length Pixie Lott haircut, but they hear wrong and give you a pixie cut. Do you A, smile, say thank you, and leave and call your mom hysterical? B, cry in the chair and things get awkward? Or C, complain to the manager and demand a refund? I would smile and like deep down I would be like bawling and then I'd get home and be like hysterical because something like this happened to me a couple years ago when right before I was taking engagement pictures, I went to get a trim, and the girl gave me practically a mullet. Like, she had this massive chunk of like one layer here and then the thinnest long layer. Like, it was awful. I don't even know how anybody would think that looks good. And I had to go get like those halo extensions for my engagement pictures, and it looked fine. But I was just like bawling when I got in the car, because like when you get your haircut, you're like, oh, it looks great, you know. And then you get home and you're like, what the heck? So if I was that upset over that haircut, and if I was like getting my hair to here, okay, but I don't understand how you can get it to that point. Like, if you're looking in the mirror and you're getting your haircut and it's just like getting shorter and shorter and shorter, I would be like, all right, you need to stop. Number 6, your friend surprises you with a 4-day city break and you have 1 hour to pack. Which do-it-all palette do you pack in your makeup bag? I'm guessing this is eyeshadow. So I would either take my Inglot palette, because I can do so many looks with this. This is one of the Freedom palettes. You can customize it to your whatever shades you want. I like it because I get a matte black, a matte cream, I have some shimmers, I can basically do whatever. But this is kind of heavy. Like, after you pack your whole makeup bag, this can add some weight. So I do like to bring my little Z palette, and then I can fill it with 9 eyeshadows in here. These are like my reject eyeshadows that I tried to depot a while back and they got too hot. I put them in the oven. It's a long, bad story. They don't work anymore. But I would take like 9 of these. I would take like a black, a cream, like mid-tone browns, a couple like golden colors, just to kind of have something. Okay, number 7, your house is being robbed. Don't worry, everyone is safe, but your beauty stash has been raided. What is the one product you really hope is safe? I don't really know, because like you can always go out and buy something. None of my makeup is like super expensive to where I'd be like, oh my god, my Chanel quad is missing. Like, I don't really spend that much money on things. So like the one thing that I couldn't live without is like an eyebrow product. I love my Hourglass eyebrow pencil. That is amazing. So maybe that. But I could always go get another one, so it's not like I would like die. I'm trying to think if any, you know what, maybe like honestly, maybe my Inglot palette, because I, you know, customized it to what I like. Or this, like my my neutral MAC palette, because this is like a lot of time and years put into these shades, and these are like my favorite MAC shades. So, and they're not all MAC, but maybe this, because that would really suck. Number 8, last question. Your friend borrows your makeup and returns it in awful condition. Do you A, just pretend you haven't noticed, B, ask them to repurchase it, or C, secretly do the same to something of theirs? I mean, if my friend borrowed something and say these are all just like all shattered or something, I'd be like, really? What do you expect me to do with this now? I wouldn't make them buy me something else, but I would just be like, okay, you're not gonna ever borrow any of my stuff again. You know, I'm not gonna be like, you need to go buy me another palette right now. But I would just kind of be like, yeah, that's kind of awful. Why would you do that? Some like backhanded comment. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let me know if you have any other tags that you want me to do, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!